emergency. We need some urgency. Stay alert and see all the fruits of your labours. Drop food to the neighbours like insurgency. We verge on sleep. Wake up, I'm alarmed. Break up like the stars. My sleep disturbed. My beat is hard. Restring guitar, playing the right frequency. Secrecy keeps the P reasonably at arm's length from us, and the 5% try their luck frequently. And recently I'm easily fast enough to piece the pieces together like Jenga.
We crave disinformation, a lie we can believe. We choose fake news and truth, so eager to be deceived.
Stealing beliefs like we're pleased to be, unfeasibly feasting on a particularly materialistic piece of meat. Feeding the ego, political agenda, send a nude. We tend to do the opposite of what is good for us to do. Distracted, but we're full of it, cause we saw it on the news.
We crave disinformation, a lie we can believe. We choose fake news and truth, so eager to be deceived. We crave disinformation, a lie we can believe. We choose fake news and truth, so eager to be deceived.
Cause we saw it on the news. Question your obsession with your possessions, a lesson best learned by testing your otherwise unquestionable existence in this materialistic realm of fashionable food and being wooed by shoes, clued up by the news. This is society's do's and don'ts, nuts and bolts. The salt of the earth is now a culture of self-worth, and while some cults promise rebirth, capitalism is a curse. It's true, I'm afraid what's worse is people are hooked. They're like, what's that wriggling piece of bait? I got a niggling feeling this fish can't wait for the next pair of Yeezys coming in next season. Time was always so dependent on the seasons. Brown leaves to snow to daffodils growing. Summer and the fields need mowing. But then we invented aircraft, which led to Boeing 747 and the ozone going. We invented cash flow so loan sharks can swarm the drowning homes. Close to post-mortem so often. We've forgotten to watch the sun go down on autumn. Instead we're caught in a storm of corporate lies. Easy as it is to kiss the feet of multinational monopolies, we must realise history is more than a boring textbook. So take an extra hard look at the pages. It's your special top-down brew has been cooked through the ages. So the likes of you and I are glued to conspicuous spending and lending, which suspends us in a rendered state of inexorable fate, pairing with mates along the way who share our traits. In case you weren't aware of the true definition of the human race, we are all a bunch of wonky junkies and monkeys, getting off at the wrong junction. I'm coming from an awoken position. My words are those of wisdom. I've got PDIs on the system. I've realised most of us are getting pissed on, picked on, kicked from afar by the guys inland. La-di-da, Narnia, do they have a heart? Our interest? Fuck no. There's the picture, pin that to Pinterest. Funny I mention this, it's in contention to be one of the honest, it's artistic in its intentions, yeah. But I'm wrestling with the rest of them. Feeding an endless stream of money and sex is good to an extent as far as the latter, but as for the former, it just causes upset. Political rhymes, no less, I must fess. I test my own patience, but it's blatant. I'm dangerous with my words in a verse. I'll converse in topics never before heard. Or I'll rap about crack if you prefer. Doing the dirty on some birds, shooting dice on the curbs. B.I.G. is the man, don't get me wrong, his songs are sick, but I just think you can use lyrics to bigger effect. But I guess Biggie did have an effect, if he represents sense to a lot of citizens, and is the reason I became so keen on writing and thinking life's a game and the rules are to rhyme all day without blinking. Most days I'm praying to not sink into the abyss. Every day is a near miss. Can you imagine this? Stumbling in near darkness. It's some people's lived experience, like the Syrians escaping tyranny. Are you feeling me? When I condemn the men and women intent on killing these innocent victims' dreams of living like normal citizens.